Greetings everyone, Sushidam here. I decided to do a review about the episode Dragon Dropped. And this was actually very surprising also as a rarity episode. We haven't seen it as much as a rarity episode for a while. And in this sign also in this particular episode, Rarity worries she had done something to upset Spike when she starts making time for her. I can't imagine how much for the past 8 seasons before, we seeing how Spike spends so much time with Rarity, and he actually tries to make sure. I mean, he wants to have spent a lot of time with Rarity, no matter what happens, no matter what she needs help with, something with stand-up model or something. I don't know. But this was actually the first time where Spike says that he has the time to be with her. I mean, that was surprising, especially at the beginning of the episode when she asked for him to go to this gem cave so that she can get some for gems for some new collections what she needs for the new designs. I mean, it really surprised me, but also to see Gabby, the Griffin, back in the episode. I cannot even. I thought that, well, Rarity believed that she has done something to upset Spike, and I cannot exactly don't even think what she cannot do upset um, Spike for something. I mean, there must be something that could have happened, but exactly what? I have no idea actually. But most I have to say though, Rarity is one of those characters that I wonders will it be something between her and Spike in the future? But I do have to say much. This episode were really surprising. I have to admit that. It was really something I didn't expect to see much for as Twilight. Hello for Rarity. Wow. Just wow. See how much Rarity kind of freaks out when she's finds out that Spike doesn't have the time for her in the game cave, which he always says, yes, well, of course, want to help, but on the other hand, you have to go to the post office for something. And that Applejack, of all her friends, had to help her in the game cave, try to catch all the gemstones. Ay, ay, ay. I didn't see that coming. Honestly, I didn't see that much coming. But seeing how much Rarity cares about Spike, but mostly wonders why he doesn't have any time with her. It's like, has she done something to upset him or something? Wow. One of the most funniest scenes in this episode were when Rarity purchased big, big box with gemstones, uh, cupcakes, comic books into the post office when Therapy looks at it and she literally, oh no, and closes the post office. And even Gabby's like, yee, wow, that was a big box. and, but yeah, this was she was not prepared for that kind of box, and even Rarity asked why suddenly Gabby isn't there if she's working at the post office. But Gabby explains that she is the official friendship um, mail carrier. Can you say it for better words? I think. Hmm. Hmm. That's. I mean, seeing Spike and Gabby as the pen pals. That was interesting. Oh no. This only means one thing. Spike as shipping with Gabby. Oh boy. Here goes the flooding of the new shipping. Hey ho! Shipping of Spike and Gabby. if I had to say this sounds like almost any appears to that Rarity feels jealous against Gabby with Spike. I mean, Spike and Gabby are friends that she didn't mind that because new friends is always happy to have someone and that they are getting some spend some time to get to know him better each other in person per se, and that both they are from two different cultures and they but even though that Spike and Gabby are spending some time, it seems like Rarity feeling more jealous about this. And I have to say, it wasn't that much what she expected to. I mean, every time she tried to make spend time when she actually gets an idea. She goes to Spike's middle of the night, telling him about one place there could find some more gemstones, even diamonds. And on the way back, Spike admits that Rarity said, "You didn't kill him. That was a lot more than I expect you." And everything seems, for Rarity's view, that everything is going to be back to normal. That he will be back in her at her boutique or any place. After this, actually, since she got this idea from Fluttershy, who told Rarity, "We're not showing Spike how much you appreciated his work or his help." That was something that she did get an idea, and she was hoping everything's going back to normal as it's before, as well before Gabby came to town. I don't know what to say much. Can it be some jealousy in that Rarity believes that Spike can fall in love with Gabby or something? I don't know. Can this imagine? Could this means Rarity has some crush on Spike? I don't know. It could seem that they're almost like a love jealousy, but at the same time, just jealousy that she has a friend suddenly doesn't spend more time with her with someone else instead. So, but could this be a love jealousy? I have no idea. Perhaps, maybe not, maybe. I don't know what to say except that Rarity tries anything to make sure that Spike spends more time with her rather than Gabby. To me, it sounds like she's more selfish about herself, and she thinks about mostly about spending more time. She wants that Spike would rather spend time with her than with Gabby, and even go to this Comic Con base like with Power Ponies and even play the same role play game where he plays with Discord and Big Mac. I cannot say much about how my personal feelings about Spike with being forced to stay with Rarity as a friend and to spend more time with her rather than Gabby since they had just recently became friends. I mean, this like she tries to force him to spend time with her rather than with Gabby. And even Twilight realized almost to the end of the episode, seeing she had never seen Spike this sad before. And and then Rarity realized her mistake. She can't keep her Spike for herself as a friend that he is allowed to have friends except from ponies like with Smolder, Jonah, Gallus, Silverstream, etc. I mean, there is much. Then they have things a lot in common, and then Gabby comes along as a Griffin. I mean, if I had a friend if I had a pen pal and probably seeing this friend probably I don't know a couple of times in a week, and I had another old friend who has been a friend for let's say for 10 years or perhaps less than 20 years, and then suddenly I spend less time with my old friend and more time with my new friend. That was the same feeling. I mean, it doesn't even make sense. And it isn't even fair to Spike. to make him to spend more time with Rarity rather than with Gabby. Both Gabby and Spike have so much in common. They like the same things, and they are from two different cultures, so Spike knows exactly how it feels to be from one different culture in a pony society. I cannot imagine how this going in his mind, saying, trying, and over again, trying to make sure that this friendship with Gabby doesn't fail, but at the same time spend time with his old friend Rarity. Even he still has a crush on Rarity, but to the end, I have no idea how much Spike can take this. At some point, he had this limit to take it, and I don't think that Spike has reached his limit. I think so, at least. But overall, seeing how much Rarity realized her mistake and apologized to both Gabby and Spike about this, and realized that sharing Spike with some new friends or something that we try to get used to. I mean, I have so many friends, and I have personally haven't spent any time with my friends for the past couple of months, or a couple of years actually. Since most of my friends have moved to another town, and they have work just as I do, and I don't know much of their schedules, how many times they work, how many times a day, and they actually do have some other hobbies which I don't play. But anyways, I can understand from point of view from Rarity, she feeling jealousy and that she doesn't want to share Spike with somebody else. But to the end though, Spike realized that even Rarity realized it. You can have as many friends as possible, but you had to share time with them anyone. You had to make compromise for some friends, even after you had to work it out. You don't want to lose a friend or try to even ruin a friendship with someone you have been friends for so many years. And that says, I will give this rating to this episode an A minus. And most of that. No, and well, yeah, actually an A minus. But if you had your own opinions, your thoughts about this episode, let me know in the comment section below. And as always, subscribe, leave a comment, and as always, this is Switch Diablo over and out.